Braves are one win away. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Astros videocast recapping last night's fourth game of the World Series between the Atlanta Braves and the Houston Astros as the Braves defeat the Astros by a final score of 3-2. As the Braves are one win away from the first World Series championship since 1999. Now guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please join the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So, the Atlanta Braves, of course, they got fairly good pitching in this game. They got back-to-back home runs from Dansby Swanson and Jorge Soler. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning en route to victory. Hit the 3-2 victory, and they look to win their first World Series championship when they beat the Cleveland Indians. So they're just one win away. They take a 3-1 series lead. It's pretty much over at this point, right? I mean, anything is possible. You go take a look at the Cleveland Indians in 2016. They were in this exact same position when they had a 3-1 series lead over the Chicago Cubs and ended up losing 3 straight to lose the 2016 World Series. They absolutely choked. But if all goes as planned, the Braves will win, right? Of course, they're 7-0 at Truist Park this postseason. I see nothing that is standing in their way. I said pretty much when the series started that the Braves will win the World Series. They had a lot of momentum going into this World Series, and I gave the Astros a fair shot, but anything is possible. It's not over, but it's very unlikely for the Astros to come back now. I'd say it's pretty much over. So we pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning. Bases loaded, 1 out for Carlos Correa as he grounds out the third base as Jose Altuve comes around to score as it's now 1-0 Houston. So the Astros could have gotten way more out of the top of the first inning. That was another thing. Missed opportunities for the Houston Astros. A lot of missed opportunities for that Astros squad, all right? They could have gotten way more out of the opportunities that they got, and they didn't do their job. They did not do their job off of Kyle Wright. We pick it up top of the 4th inning. Jose Altuve homers on a fly ball to center field. Way back there, his second of the World Series. Another postseason home run for Jose Altuve off of Kyle Wright. A solo shot, 2-0 Astros. And that was another thing. I mean, not many people were really getting on base either. I mean, except for that top of the first inning. So a 2-0 Astros. They pick it up bottom of the 6th inning. The Braves get on the board as Austin Riley singles on a sharp line drive to left field. Eddie Rosario comes around to score as the Astros challenge the call at second base, as Austin Riley did advance up to second on the not very good throw from Leon Alvarez out there in left field. But the call was upheld. Astros do lose that challenge, and the Braves get on the board now a 2-1 ball game. Then we pick it up bottom of the 7th inning. Here we go. Back-to-back home runs. First from Dansby Swanson, who launches his first homer of the World Series as he homers on the fly ball to right field the other way as we are tied at 2. And I didn't say tied for long as Jorge Soler homers on a line drive to left field, his second of the World Series, as the Braves now take a 3-2 lead. And they go with that score. 3-2 your final scores. They now take a 3-1 lead in this World Series. Absolutely crazy. That was an electrifying moment there in the bottom of the 7th inning, right? So back-to-back home runs. This was just a very exciting game, right? I mean, the Braves got very good pitching. The Astros, right? I mean, it was pretty much just neck and neck. And of course, there wasn't a whole lot of offense, but it was close to pretty much the entire game, right? I mean, that bottom of the 7th inning, I don't care who you're rooting for. You had to admit that was pretty exciting. So I certainly enjoyed that. That was really, really cool. You saw the excitement. You saw the excitement there. How can you not like that? I mean, that's baseball. That is baseball. So Dylan Lee made his first World Series appearance of his career last night, right? This is his rookie season. I mean, what a great moment for the young kid, right? I mean, it's his first season in the big leagues, he gets to appear in the World Series. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, that is pretty cool. Not many guys can say they've done that at 27 years old. So he gets his first appearance in the World Series in his career in his first year in the big leagues. Didn't go so well, though, right? Of course, he did get charged with that earned run, of course, with the Carlos Correa RBI ground out. He managed to collect one out there. And then Brian Singer brought in Kyle Wright, a guy he should have just started in this game. He was very good, right? Of course, he did finish up the 5th inning for the Braves. And the Braves bullpen from there on out was excellent. Luke Jackson, Will Smith, they all came in and did their jobs, right? I mean, it's not much of a surprise. We've seen it for a while now. And Zach Greinke does another questionable move. I don't understand this from Dusty Baker. I don't understand this. 4 innings, he had the 4 hits. He didn't allow any runs. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 3. And he pulls them. He looked pretty good in my eyes. I'm not saying that Dusty Baker thought he wasn't doing so well, but it definitely backfired on him. Christian Javier gets met with a loss, and he was the one who allowed those back-to-back home runs with Swanson and Soler. So he gets a blown save, which is just very disappointing for him. I'm sure it's very, very discouraging, but we did see Phil Maton, brother of Phillies Nick Maton, pitch last night. That was pretty cool. I think I might have forgot to talk about that before. Braves had some opportunities to score some more runs, and they didn't do it, right? Even in that bottom of the 6th inning when that Austin Riley RBI single was hit, they could have gotten way more out of that inning, and they didn't. They did not. Travis d'Arnaud, I'm not going to use the word choke, but he didn't look very good in this game. They definitely, kind of squandered some of their opportunities, but they still managed to come out on top. Jose Altuve remains a postseason legend, right? It's just all these home runs, right? It's just crazy over his career. How many players can say that they hit over 20 postseason home runs? That's pretty impressive. That is very, very impressive. But as I discussed before, it seems like it's kind of deja vu in a way, right? 2 years ago in the 2019 World Series, Astros did not get great production out of Alex Bregman. And here we are 2 years later, and that same situation is occurring, right? This is it for them, right? I think this is it, right? And was it a good run for the Houston Astros? It's not over yet officially, but you have seen it sometimes where, a team's up 3-1, they end up losing, but I don't see that happening. If the series does go back to Houston and they do manage to win today, which I don't think they will, then I'm going to give the Astros more of a shot. But even then, they're still, in a kind of a hole. There's no question about that. Now, if they do force a Game 7, win 2 straight, force a Game 7, then my opinion may change. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Braves will take care of business tonight and finish off the Astros. But who knows, right? I've been wrong about a lot of things. But Framber Valdez gets to start for the Astros. But the only reason why I give the Braves the advantage today is just because they're at home. They're 7-0 at home this postseason. They have not lost a game at home this postseason. That is huge. I give the Braves a lot of credit here, and I definitely give them the upper hand. So that's why I'm going to be going with the Braves tonight. But I tell you, Framber Valdez, he's not going to go very deep, and maybe he will just because this is an elimination game for the Houston Astros, right? This is a big deal, right? So maybe Dusty Baker does leave him in there a little bit longer than he did, say, Zach Greinke. Bryce Snicker will hand the ball to Tucker Davidson, a guy who probably won't really get a lot of innings, though. So, I'm very interested to see how tonight's game is going to go. I will give the Braves the advantage, but I can also see it going the other way. Too. But just the stat, right? 7-0 at home this postseason. That's incredible. 7-0 at home this postseason. You got to have the advantage if you're doing that, right? You have to have the advantage if you're doing that. So here we go, right? This is a team that the All-Star break was just had their head buried in the sand, right? They were behind the Philadelphia Phillies. They were behind the New York Mets. It just looked like things were just awful, right? They lose Ronald Acuña Jr. That was just the nail in the coffin. Antonopoulos did not, drown in his sorrow. He went out and made some moves. As Hayden and I talked about last night, and I talk about it almost every single video. So this was a kind of a storybook season. Not kind of a storybook season. It is a storybook season for the Atlanta Braves, who are looking to win their first World Series championship since 1999. And it looks like they will do it. I said going in, they were probably going to win it. All right, and of course the writers, the baseball writers, did not agree with me. They thought that the Houston Astros had the advantage, and I can understand their thinking. But here we go again, right? This kind of reminds me of 2019. This isn't as big a shock to me as the 2019 Nationals because I said all year, during the course of the season, I said I think the Braves are going to heat up. I said I think the Braves are going to heat up. I wasn't saying they were going to win a division, but I just thought that they'd get better, right? I did give them a fair chance throughout the season. I was kind of surprised to see them struggling so much. It wasn't like the Nationals, 2019. This isn't as big of a shock as the 2019 Washington Nationals. Not with the drama of a huge star franchise, face of the franchise player leaving in free agency, and then you go out and win the World Series next year. But there is some irony behind this. So there is a lot of irony behind this, right? With the loss of Ron Acuna Jr. to the ACL injury. So, I give the Braves a lot of credit for not giving up. They continue to fight, and they're still fighting right now. Houston Astros, man. I mean, it's a shame for them. It's definitely a shame for them, right? I mean, they're just still hated on after that 2017 mess, with cheating in the, that season. And of course, they did defeat the Dodgers in 7 games at Dodger Stadium when they totally just lit up Yu Darvish. They don't have George Springer anymore, right? I mean, he's of course with Toronto. They don't have their guy Garrett Cole anymore. Of course, he wasn't there in 2017, but he was there at the 2019 run that lost in Game 7 to the Nationals. This is a different team now. This is definitely a different team now. And honestly, how much more they have to go, right? I mean, they're going to probably lose Carlos Correa in free agency. I can't see him staying. This reign is probably coming to a close. This reign is coming to an end here at the Houston Astros. So, I'm sure they probably wanted to get their one last ring, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. In order for that to happen, they're going to have to win 3 straight, which is very, very difficult. That's going to be very, very difficult for them. So I just don't see that happening. But if they do, manage to get a win tonight and head back to their home ballpark, I could see it. But I will give the Braves the edge tonight. But I could also see it going the other way. Right, as I talked about before, I could also see it going the other way. This World Series has definitely been exciting. 2 teams that it was kind of a toss-up, right? As I said before, I did give the Braves the advantage. But it definitely was a toss-up. 2 teams that you didn't really think were going to be there midway through the season, right? I mean, if you ask me, in mid-July, hey, who do you think is going to be in the World Series? Then I probably would have told you a team, probably like the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League, right? Just like last year. The Los Angeles Dodgers thought there was going to be a rematch of the 2020 World Series. That's what I thought. I don't really know if I really talked about it on here, but if you look at the numbers, I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought maybe the Giants would be in there, maybe. So anything's possible. I thought anything was possible, but it turns out that did not happen, right? And that happens sometimes. Usually, sometimes the best team does not win the World Series. You got to go through the playoffs. So it's anybody's game. Anything can happen in the playoffs. And this year proves that. The 2019 playoffs proves that, with the Nationals winning. So last year doesn't really, though, because the Dodgers, the best team in baseball, came out victorious. This is kind of a World Series championship as expected, right? You kind of expected the Dodgers to just do it last year. This has definitely been an exciting World Series for sure. So 8:15, the first pitch tonight on Fox Sports. As I said, Atlanta leads the series 3-1. They're just 1-1 away. The Astros do, happen to win tonight. They could fight to stay alive for Game 6. If they win that, of course, it's going to be in Game 7. That's going to be very interesting, but I just don't see that happening. Framber Valdez on the mound for Houston, making his second start of the World Series. He did not do so well in his first start at home, and Tucker Davidson gets the start for Atlanta. So, guys, since you watched this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Hats to Instagram. Take it on Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshats@gmail.com. So, guys, since you're watching 8:15, the first pitch tonight. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. I'll see you guys.